Alrighty, so before I start this video, I gotta tell you something that's very, very important. If you're like, Dimmu, what the heck? You haven't uploaded in like a week plus. It might be because you actually missed our last video. Our last video, which had the last 3 weeks, the end of the season, all the way to Super Bowl, all the way up to this point of the video. I'm telling you this because I don't want to spoil anything. Unfortunately, YouTube age restricted. They chopped it in half. So honestly, if you're not signed into a YouTube account, it's not even going to pop up into your recommended. It's not even going to show you as an available video because they don't know you're an old man. Also, if you're signed in right now and you see that maybe your account is under 18, you're not going to see it because they're mad that I said some curse words. But anyway, the video's there, so I want to make sure you know it's there. That way, if you want to go back and watch it, you can do that. Maybe you missed it, whatever. Before I jump into this and potentially spoil stuff for you, there's your warning. Smile. Let's do this. All right, so the Super Bowl is over. Now, something I did notice here after I recorded the last video, Kevin Dotson no longer star dev. He is now normal dev. So our offensive line is even more kind of Now, 78 star dev, 78 normal dev. Was I expecting him to all of a sudden end up being an 85 or something? No. But I'm just saying, it kind of brings up the point where we're like, we need to kind of find a big, better offensive lineman. Whether that be, obviously we need a left tackle. Whether that be we also throw in another right guard or a right guard or a right tackle, somebody to try to make the offensive line better. Something we need to do. Pope obviously is superstar, Kyron Williams superstar, Derek Wiggins X Factor, Cooper Kupp there. I would like another wide receiver. I know you guys are saying I don't necessarily need it, but walk with me, talk with me. On defense, I am fine that Fuller went down to star dev. I think honestly he plays fine enough that we can get him back to superstar dev. I'm not worried about him. Our cornerback situation, we have superstar in Kobe Durant and St. Juste. We also developed star development in Caillou Blue Kelly. I have been scouting on what to be able to add to this team to make them better because we got a draft coming up. Not only do we have a draft coming up, but we have a ton of financials. We have a lot of money, 113 million in cap. That's a lot of money. So we're going to attack free agency. And then there's a couple players I'm actually in love with in our draft. The problem, we do not have a lot of draft picks. We have the 13th overall pick in the first round. We have a second round pick from San Francisco, 2 6th and a 7th. We also, keep in mind, do not have a first round pick next year in 2026. I know, crazy. So we need to honestly hit free agency very well. I'm hoping there's going to be some bodies there that we really want. And then we're going to potentially trade some pieces, Caillou Blue Kelly, Tyler Huntley, anything for middle round picks to try to get some of these other guys that I think will supplement our team really well. Oh yeah, and before we keep going into this, I feel like I don't say it a ton, so don't yell at me. But if you like the Ramchives, if you like these videos and you'd like to see them more, take the 2 seconds to click the thumbs up button under the screen. It helps me a ton. It lets more people know about my videos. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. I would love to somehow get to 40K subscribers on this. That'd be super neat. Also, if you want more of me, I have a main MLB YouTube channel where we're almost at 200K subs. You can check out that, Daddy Dimmu TV, link in the description. There you go. Oh yeah, and Twitch, you silly. Search up Daddy Dimmu TV, links in the description. We're doing an Oilers franchise. Fun stuff. Anyway, let's do this. I'm going to show you some of the prospects that I've scouted here that I'm in love with. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be able to get everybody I want by any means, especially with how few draft picks we have. I am in love with Kyle Ford, the cornerback out of North Carolina State. 6'4". He's a man-to-man archetype with A-man coverage B zone. Athletically, he looks like he could be insanity. Great to elite, change of direction, jumping speed, and strength, and acceleration. Solid to good agility. I'm extremely interested to see what he looks like. Honestly, his skill set doesn't look bad. B zone, A-man, C play rec, C press, B awareness. I think this guy could be pretty nasty. And I would love to somehow get this 6'4" cornerback on our team, even though technically I don't know if we need a ton of cornerbacks with what we got. Again, we're looking for more draft picks. Caillou Blue Kelly, he's a star cornerback now. Could flip him for more middle round pickage. I don't know. We've also talked about offensive linemen, and while I'm going to be looking in free agency, hoping that we can find somebody that is already an established good left tackle or a right tackle or a right guard, Byron Bolden out of Clemson looks very fun. A awareness, B impact block, B pass block, B run block, but his athletics look very good. Strength could be elite. He's got could have elite agility, could have, I mean, kind of great anything and everything. He does not look bad at all. His skill set looks very good. B pass block, B run block, A awareness. The stamina's there, run block power's there, pass block, finesse. I feel like he looks very good. Lead block could be an A. I think Byron Bolden might be the guy. Now, before we traded for a quarterback, we were talking about how Nathan Redmond might be the guy. I still have him on my board, and don't get me wrong, athletically, he looks like a freak. He looks very good, but I just, there's no reason to take a quarterback unless for some reason Nathan Redmond falls hellaciously far into the middle rounds for some known reason, which I don't think is going to happen. We were talking about wide receivers, and I found one, Tyquan Carey, who's 6'6" out of Louisville, A, catch in traffic. His release is a C, but his athletics look okay. The concerning thing is the marginal to decent speed. That is the one thing, but he's a big body receiver that I feel like might be kind of fun. He's got great A, catch in traffic, spectacular catch. Route running looks to be a bit of an issue, but again, if he falls, this is a round 3 to 4 guy. 6'6", you got me interested. We've been talking about changing playbooks because I utilize tight ends so much, and you guys have seen numerous times where we'll go with a multi-tight end set, and you know, it's Pope and then a bunch of no names, Ass, Granson, whatever, out there as well in the set looking for passes. It wouldn't be the worst idea to take a flyer on a young tight end that we think is an athletic freak. And I think I found one. 6'6", out of Wisconsin, the 21-year-old Brandon Hewitt. He's projected to go in the 3rd or 4th round. Athletically, again, this is going to look very familiar. He looks like a freak. Strength could be elite. Speed could be elite. Great jumping potentially. Change of direction, agility looked very solid. Acceleration being solid to good is his worst athletic trait. Awareness, his route running's nice, it appears. Obviously, we got to learn more about him, but if I find him in the middle rounds, if he falls low enough to me, I think having him behind Pope gives us more of a better look, especially in these multi-tight end sets. If we change our playbook to Kansas City, for instance, which really helps a tight end, I think this might be something that would be fun to throw in behind Pope. Now, one thing we did talk about, we were talking about defensive ends, at least somebody to compete with Byron Young, as he would be the weak piece of our defensive line. We already have Jermaine Thatcher. We have Aaron Donald. Eric Clifford is somebody I found. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't been completely sold on the defensive ends that we've seen in the draft out of all these different prospects. Eric Clifford is one of the better ones, though. A, tackle, B, awareness, A, block shed, B, power move. He could be something to take a gander at. Again, I don't know if I want to spend... I'm not going to spend a 1st-round pick on him. I don't think I want to spend a 2nd-round pick on him either. He's there, though, and we'll see how he falls. I also found a middle linebacker that I liked in Felix Hilton out of Georgia, 6'3", 22 years old, a pass coverage guy, B tackle, C pursuit. His athletics look very promising as well. Again, a lot of potentially great things. Skill set looks fun. A man coverage, B play rec, A hit power. I'm just saying, B tackle. I don't know. This guy looks like he could definitely be fun. I know we're not necessarily begging and pleading for a middle linebacker, but again, this isn't a round 1 guy. Round 2 to 3, you never know. And then if we miss out on my favorite cornerback, there was another one, Braxton Hall out of Texas, 6'2", man-to-man. He does have Bs in his zone and man. Play rec is a C, hit power B. This isn't obviously the most exciting cornerback on the planet, as I think the other guy, Kyle Ford, looks a lot better, but he definitely does not look bad, and he wouldn't be a bad consolation prize. Corin Long, a wide receiver out of Clemson, is somewhat interesting. Athletically, he looks like he could be fun. He has the potential for insane acceleration, agility, and change of direction. Speed is only going to be at max good. Jumping, not great. His strength is all right. I don't know, man. Just somebody that can hit the cuts real quick might be interesting just to throw in and see how. I mean, again, round 2 to 3 projection could be there. Again, this all depends also on what we see in free agency. Larry Lowry is also a fun looking wide receiver, 6'1" out of Auburn, A catching, B deep route. His release is bad though. His athletics look very promising, elite potential and acceleration, change direction. He could have great speed, could be a really fun piece, 6'1", B short route, A medium route, A catching, B deep route. He's a great route runner. If the speed ends up actually being there and the quickness, might be a super fun piece. Again, round 1 to 2. I also found this tight end that's supposed to go in day 3. Now, 6'6" out of Washington State. A catch in traffic, A catching. Strength could be elite. Speed could be great. Acceleration could be elite. Agility and change direction could be great. Like, this guy kind of looks like a freak. And he's got A catch in traffic, A catching, I mean, his pass block is a C, but honestly, I mean, with how good it looks like he could be at catching the football, just definitely somebody that I'm kind of interested in the sense of grabbing day 3. If I can find me a 4th round pick and grab 5th round, whatever, I'm down. Sounds interesting. There was a really good looking tight end as well, Aaron Nash. This is a projected round 1 to 2 pick though, which I'm not going to take a tight end that high, I don't think. Speed could be great, change direction elite, agility elite, acceleration elite. Looks very good athletically, and a spectacular catch, a deep route, a awareness. A lot of things you like to see, where I want to have somebody that's also, I want to have Pope squared, if you will. I want to have somebody that's kind of like Pope right behind him. That way we can come out with these multi-tight end sets and try to, you know, be more effective. But the main focus, I think I really badly want the cornerback. I think I'm in love with Kyle Ford. I want to upgrade my offensive line. Again, if I can do that in free agency, so be it. Byron Bolden, the left tackle, does look incredibly fun. It's going to be tough. There's a lot of players that I'm in love with that I want to grab, I want to take, but at the same time, I just don't have that many picks. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to advance a week to go to the re-sign phase. So we're going to do that. Sim a week. Take me. And we do have a new mock draft. I'm super interested to see where Kyle Ford goes. Isaac Stevenson's projected to go to the Texans right off the rip. Will Wells, which was not, this was a top 5 potential offensive lineman. I did not gravitate as hard to him as potentially the other ones. 6'6" out of South Carolina, C impact block, C run block, A pass block, A awareness. Definitely looks fun. His athletics look great. I just feel like we saw other linemen that potentially looked like they could be that or better in different skill sets, and their athletics almost look the same. A little bit down, not a top 5 pick. So I'm kind of fine with that. Nathan Redmond's projected to go to the Giants. Again, ever since we got our boy, I don't think there was ever a chance we were going to draft him, but it was somebody we did scout at one point. McLean expected to go to the Lions. It looks like a lot of the dudes who I was interested in are going to be. Andrew Callaway was one I was, and he's projected to go 7th. This was one of the ones I was talking about that looks like he's better than the top 5 pick. So again, if I'm either going to have to trade up to get him, or we say F it. Hopefully I can find something in free agency. Moses Blackburn, I do need some safety help. Kyle Ford projected to go 9th. I hate this. We're projected to take Russ Martin, who I think we did like. If I'm looking at my list here of guys that I've jotted down the names, he is on there. Russ Martin, the left tackle, 6'5" out of Boston College, does look very good. C pass block, B run block, A awareness, A impact block. And athletically, he does look very fun. I would have loved to have somehow gotten one of the other guys, but again, we might not even have to go offensive lineman depending on how aggressive we get in free agency. Eric Clifford projected to go off the board hella early too. Man, a lot of the guys that I want are just going to be gone. The draft is so addicting. This is a very fun time, insanely fun time. But like, if you don't have the picks, it's also like, oh my gosh, there's Aaron Nash. We talked about him being a really good tight end. He'll be gone, it looks like. But he wasn't I don't even think he was honestly my main target. I think I kind of realistically know I'm not going to get him. Dan Crane, 6'7" out of Texas A&M, A pass block, A awareness. Not good at the run block though. And his athletics scare me. That's decent to solid strength. Decent. If it's solid, it's average at best. Just scared. But then A pass block power. A pass block finesse. Dan Crane, you're a weird, interesting man. Very interesting though. I mean, like I said, we're going to be at 13. And the guy that I was in love with is going at 9. I really want Kyle Ford. I don't know how I'm going to make that happen, but I want it to happen. It's okay though. It's only mock draft 3. Things could change, of course. Things could change. Last chance to sign any of these players. Chase Claypool, I'm going to let walk. The only thing I could even think of is trying to sign him, then potentially flip him, which just seems odd and weird. Just seems a little bit too far out of the realm of realism. Tutu Atwell, I've thought about trying to bring back, but 10 million over 2 years just seems a little too steep for me for Tutu Atwell, especially if I'm going to end up taking one of these guys, which will do the same thing at the bottom of our depth chart. Shai Smith gone, Nathan Kent gone, Kylan Granson. I almost do want to offer a contract in the event that I don't end up getting a middle round pick. Granson could be fine enough to keep. He just doesn't want to be here. 13 million. I just don't know about that. Aaron Brewer, buddy, I love you, champ. God, do we keep him for depth? He's only wanting 2 million. I'm going to bring Aaron Brewer back. If I end up going a route where it just seems like there's no chance in hell he ever gets near a football, then I could trade him. I don't feel weird because he's a bit of a depth piece, right? I don't feel weird about that. 1 year deal. This just gives me depth. That's fine. We've had injuries on the offensive line. He was able to fill in. He can't start for me. Hunter Long, I have no desire to keep. Matt Walton, no. Ernest Brown, no. Landon Collins, no. None of these guys jump off the page as somebody I should even think about keeping. Jalen Pleasant is only 23, but linemen just don't develop. It could be, what the fuck just happened? I mean, 17 million for Chase Claypool. He'd have to be traded. There's just no reason. I can't justify grabbing any of these dudes. Jalen Pleasant is the only one that I'm like thinking about just for depth. I'm gonna offer him some money just as depth. And you're like, Dimmu, that's a bad idea. You could probably sign somebody. I just want to make sure that we have money. I want depth. This is exactly why I got Aaron Brewer. I'm gonna offer him this. I enjoy playing for you, but I think I'm gonna test out free agency. Go fuck yourself, you little pleasant bitch. Not gonna bring anybody else back. We brought back Brewer. That's good enough for me. We're gonna advance to stage 1. All right, combine results. This will be a fun time. I'm gonna go to my favorites here. I want to look at Kyle Ford. I feel like he looks fun. He was the fastest corner, 40-yard dash, 4.31 seconds. He was the second strongest corner, vertical jump 6th, broad jump 2nd. 3-cone drill 4th. I mean, this guy looks like a fucking freak. His athletics end up being elite acceleration, solid agility, great change of direction, great jumping, elite speed, great strength. I gotta have this guy. I have to. I need him. 21 years old, 6'4", A-man coverage B zone. I think this guy's gonna be disgusting. I gotta get him. Ooh, Tyquan Carey falls off my board. 40-yard dash. He's the 42nd fastest wide receiver with marginal speed. That just ain't gonna do it for me, Chief. You just fell hard. I know that's too slow. Way too slow. Honestly, if I was looking for another elusive halfback, this unprojected free agent, DeJuan Glenn. I know you guys are gonna roll your eyes here, but he was the second in the 20-yard shuttle, 5th in 40-yard dash at 4.39 seconds. 4th, I mean, he's not bad. I think he'd take a little bit of time to develop. And like, honestly, I already have Ladarius Woody. Do I really need another guy to develop? I don't know. Brandon Hewitt. I'm interested. Great speed, good jumping, good change direction, good agility, solid acceleration, elite strength. He was the strongest tight end, 9th in 40-yard dash. For a tight end, that's not that bad. Vertical jump 4th. I mean, God, he'd be fun to play behind our boy Pope. Russ Martin ended up being the 8th fastest left tackle, 3rd in bench press. He did not look bad. A little quickness to him for a lineman, and then he's strong. Great strength, good speed. He could be fun. It's weird though. You see his strength, you see pass block power, C, run block power, C. I would think that's incorporated somehow. I'm glad Eric Clifford's gonna go way higher than I thought, because I just don't know if he's the guy for me. Decent speed, he is very strong. Gonna be strong off the edge, but he's gonna be slower than ass. Marginal agility. Ugh. I'm glad Eric's gone. We don't need Eric. I'm actually going to completely just remove him from our board. The real caveat for us in this draft is going to be somehow figuring out which of these middle guys are going to be, because that's what we're going to try to do. If I'm going to trade Kyu Blue Kelly, if I'm going to trade Huntley, I want a 2nd, 3rd round pick kind of deal. Those are going to be where I'm trying to hit on some of these gems. A hit power on Felix Hilton just excites me. Good on everything besides strength, decent. Yeah, Braxton Hall really is a poor man's pick for the cornerback. I mean, he's so quick. He's so absolutely insanely quick. He's just not as good as Kyle Ford. 2nd quickest in the 40-yard dash. Elite speed, elite acceleration, solid change direction, agility kind of scares me. I feel like he's gonna get cooked in man. Glenn Macklin, the safety. I do need a safety. He didn't end up being as killer as I thought. Decent jumping, but he is relatively quick. Good change of direction on him. A, awareness. B, pursuit. B, hit power. It's going to be, his coverages could be A to C. He might be somebody we need to take a closer look at, just to get a little bit more of an idea. Again, honestly, it's going to be a big, what do we get in free agency first? Because we have money. There's no reason for us to not spend money. Maurice Browning, honestly, he looks pretty fucking sick too. Slower than I had hoped, but he still looks good behind Pope. A catching traffic, A catching. He might be one of those guys in like a gun mesh with 3 tight end set. I don't know, man. Defensive end, Jamie Graham. Power rusher, 6'4". He's 23 out of Miami. Athletically, great strength, good speed, good jumping, good change of direction, elite acceleration, decent agility. Tested pretty damn good at the combine, if I don't say so myself. And then A, awareness, B, play rec, B, power move. Finesse moves, dog shit. B, tackle. Again, I just don't know if I'd take a first or a second on him. I know good speed is only 1 above solid, but elite change direction, elite acceleration, great agility, good jumping. Doug Bynes as a round 3 to 4 outside linebacker, A, awareness, A, zone, B, tackle. Man coverage is a B. Honestly, he feels kind of nice for a coverage linebacker. Paul Dotson for another one of these round 3 to 4 guys. God, he looks kind of fun. He looks kind of fun. Oh, I don't know. Haynes does look kind of nice for a safety. 21 out of Tennessee, 6'2". A, man. Worst case scenario is he ends up having B, zone, B, play rec, B, pursuit, B, hit power, B, awareness. For a safety, he feel kind of nice. Am I tripping? Am I sipping on scissor in my ride? I still think Kyle Ford is the absolute I have to have kind of guy. I hate it. All right, so free agency. This is going to be a big time for us. Got to figure out where we're going to go. We're going to immediately look at wide receivers. Keenan Allen, while he is 33, would, holy shit, be so weirdly fun. He'd be so stupidly fun to throw in there with Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua. I'm not going to do it, though. I know you're going to yell at me. Elijah Moore would be an option to add. Rondale Moore, 94 speed. He wants to be here too. Kind of crazy. Rashad Bateman, 92 speed, 81. He's also got star dev. The king of slants, Michael Thomas. Brandon Cooks. Quez Watkins would be... God, he's so fast. I don't know if I want to offer a 1-year deal to either Keenan Allen or D-Hop. Elijah Moore kind of seems, this is going to sound so weird, boring. 92 speed, 83 overall wide receiver. He honestly would fit so well. But I could also go Rondale Moore. He's only 5'7" though. That kind of scares me. I don't know. Kind of already have guys that I could throw out on, you know, deep route. They're short guys, just burn down the speed or burn down the field. I don't know. I don't know if I'm in love with any of these. In real life, I love David Njoku, but I'm not going to get him for this team. We already have Pope. We're not gonna, if we're gonna take another tight end, it's gonna be through the draft or just somebody to mentor our boy. Which honestly, Zach Ertz could be a mentor to Pope, who's still young, still wants that XP boost, and he wants to be here. He has the mentor tag. Could be something to look at. We'll come back to it. Left tackle, Tyron Smith is 34 years old. He would not be extremely expensive. He's an 89. Let's say he regresses by 5. He's still something instantly better than anything we have. Jedrick Wills Jr. also intrigues me. He's only 26. Have to pay him a little bit more, though, because he doesn't think we're very cute. God, I kind of want Tyron Smith, man. I really kind of do. I really kind of do. What would it cost? He only wants a 1-year deal. We have 100-something million. If I get a fat-ass, awesome left tackle... I'm gonna look at the other linemen first before I start offering shit. Oh man, you want to be here. What are you gonna cost me? About the same. I could always then move Dotson for a middle round pick if I went and got Bitonio. He's spending like 20 million, 40 million on a left tackle, left guard, and then we just leave the right side alone. But god dang, the left side of our fucking line would be really sick. We don't need a center. That's one thing I think we already have pretty well. Right guard is somewhere we could upgrade, but again, it'd have to be a clear upgrade. We already have 2 young star right guards and right tackles. The right side of this offensive line just doesn't seem like anything. Dude, I almost want to throw a bag. I could always bring back Rob Havenstein, whatever the fuck. I traded him away. I kind of want to throw the bag at Smith and I want to go get the left guard. And you guys will be like, well, Dimu, then you got 2 really old left side of your offensive line. They only want 1-year deals. Joel Bitonio could give me a big upgrade at the line. And then Dotson becomes expendable. And then we find our left tackle either through the draft or we give money. Shit. I'm going to throw an offer. You got to keep in mind, we have how much? What is the exact dollar amount we have? 111. I can't be scared. It's a 1-year deal. I'm throwing the bag at him. That would be a huge upgrade at left guard. I'm doing it. And I think I'm even going to throw it. Man, we could just honestly, though, save some money. Go Jedrick Wills Jr. How much does Jedrick Wills Jr. want? Not a lot. Even if I end up giving him a player friendly, not a lot at all. 13 mil, we'd have an 81. He's 26. 3 years would be totally fine. And then we'd have like a really nice left side. But then again, we could say F it and go Tyron Smith. I'd have to give him 22 million on a player friendly and a 2-year deal. Gosh, before I offer that, I'm gonna see what else is available in free agency. But we've talked about upgrading our offensive line, and that could be a huge piece. I'm not seeing anything I like it left in, which kind of scares me. A lot of older guys that aren't gonna be, they're not good enough older guys that make me want to consider. There's just really nobody that jumps off the page for me. Maybe Joseph Osai. I want to say this is the dude that not last year, but the year before that might have screwed the Bengals over in the playoffs with a late hit. I think not in love with what I'm seeing here at defensive end. The best options being Charles Omenihu. I don't know if I said that right. I'm trying my best. And Dietrich Wise Jr., 31 years old. He does want to be here, but is he that much of an upgrade over Byron Young? I don't think he is. And Yannick Ngakoue could be an option, but again, he's 30, 76 overall, doesn't want to be here. It just doesn't really make sense to go. I mean, he's a 76. It's not like I'm getting something better and insane. Part of me says to sign Trey Flowers just as a mentor, just to see if we can get Young some more XP, but I don't even know if that would work at this point. Could grab Eric Kendricks. He honestly would be not bad as an option to throw just behind our 2 starting middle linebackers in case somebody gets hurt, but also he has the mentor tag. Keep in mind we have Devontae Zimmerman. We got young middle linebackers. We've got Ben Orchard. I don't know why I forgot his name for a minute. Crazy. I think I do want to offer Kendricks a 1-year deal. I'm gonna throw a little bit at him. He'll be our Landon Collins upgrade. That was who our next in line was. Eddie Jackson is 31. He's the best available safety that wants to be with us. 90 speed. Is Eddie Jackson the guy? How much? 2 years, not very expensive. Is Eddie Jackson the guy? Is he somebody we go after? Maybe. Or we could always go after 28-year-old Terrell Edmonds, 91 speed. Shout out to our Oilers franchise because we actually like Terrell Edmonds. Another thing we could do is we could offer for both. We could go after Terrell Edmonds, right? And then we could come over here and we could go after Eddie Jackson. And then we could try to flip our boy, Jordan Fuller, for a pick. I don't know if I want to do that, though. If Eddie Jackson wasn't 31, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to definitely offer Edmonds, and I'm going to offer him a player-friendly deal. God, I don't know about 4 years, though. 28, I'd be so much more comfortable at 3. I'd be all in at 3. I think Edmonds can be fine for 3 years. Gosh, we're going to try it. He doesn't like that we're not close to home. I don't know if any other team's gonna really offer him a better deal, though. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, we're ahead of the Jets so far. Currently, we have the best offering on Bitonio, Edmonds. No, we're behind the Jets. I'm stupid. And then we have Eric Kendricks. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, AJ Dillon kind of interests me. And it's not because I have any displease with Kyron Williams, but we've talked about adding somebody that could be that power back. And AJ Dillon kind of does that. 79 overall, he's 27. He's got 88 speed, which I feel like has been higher than any of the other power backs I've been seeing in free agency. 94 carrying, 89 trucking. He just adds a little bit of a different element besides the elusive back stuff that we have with Kyron. I think, honestly, he'd be pretty good to add to a 1-2 punch. You guys might not agree with this, but I think I'm going to go after AJ Dillon. Maybe I'm not. Keenan Allen would be kind of fun, though. 1,100 yards. God, why do I keep coming back? It's 1,100 yards on 68 receptions. You mix him with a Cooper Kupp and Pope, and bam, we're looking at a fucking offense. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't want to do it, though. He's 33. Like, Quan Thornton would be kind of fun, too. And I know what you're saying. You're like, why, Dimmy? Why would he be fun? He's a 71 overall. I'm just saying 6'2", and his speed is insane. 97, 91 acceleration, 84 catching. His route running could have some work, but I don't know, man. You just throw him on a deep threat. See you later, champ. I'm just saying. I'm gonna throw the bag at offensive line. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw the bag here. Player friendly. I don't want to do very player friendly because that's just insane. I'm throwing it. I'm doing it. Offensive line. This is what we got to do. I feel like in the comment section, you guys are gonna be like, dude, you should just gone with Jedrick Wills Jr., 26 years old. We can always draft a line or a offensive lineman to be playing behind him and just kind of develop. But this gives me, if I somehow walk away with Tyron Smith and Joel Bitonio, yes, I will have an aging short-term left side of my offensive lineman. But at the same time, The left side of my offensive line's gonna fucking shove. I'm just saying, it could be nasty. It could be nasty. I would still have a lot of money left too. If I went out and did this, our offensive line would be better. We'd have an answer at safety. I think I do. I'd still have 53 million. Dude, I think I have to do it. I think I have to do it, man. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I just decided this is what we're doing. All right, this is us. We're going to submit our evaluation offers and see how we do. Wrong button. Oops, shut up. Shut up. Here we go. Evaluations have been sent. 4 players have decided. Matt Stafford was one I wasn't going to tell you about. The reason I offered him a 1-year deal is because of the mentor thing, okay? It would be a come to Jesus to bring him back. Do you understand? He would just be there to give our young quarterback more XP as our backup. Stafford comes back home to the Rams. I'm just saying, it wasn't expensive, but he hasn't decided yet. Anyway, my signings. I got the left tackle and the left guard that I wanted. We have a offensive line of force and potency on the left side of the field. Also got the mentor and backup middle linebacker we were looking for in Eric Kendricks in case somebody gets hurt. Mentor, he's going to be helping a lot with our middle linebackers that are already very young. Keenan Allen goes to the Cardinals. Njoku goes to the Jets. Jonathan Jones goes to the Cardinals. Shaq Thompson goes to the Jets. Cardinals get Eric Armstead. God, they're getting the Cardinals and the Jets are all in on shit. Terrell Edmonds went to the Jets. All right, I hate that. I hate that a lot. I hate that he didn't come to play for us. He was one I really wanted. We might just have to draft somebody. None of these guys necessarily have the speed I'm jumping for. We could go Julian Love. He just doesn't want to be here. And I'm not trying to overpay everyone. 4 years, he's 27. I still have money. I just don't know if I'm going to do it. I think honestly, we just say screw it. We try to go through the draft on that. I'm very bummed about Terrell Edmonds. I wanted to love him. I wanted him bad. If you've watched the Oilers franchise, you know that I like him quite a bit and we've had a lot of success with him. Am I bleeding franchises? Maybe. But at the same time, he didn't sign with us, so it doesn't matter. We're talking about creating depth too. We might be trading Kaibu Kelly, talking about being able to go and get more draft picks. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to sign some depth at cornerback. 26-year-old Marco Wilson has terrific speed. Man-to-man coverage is his game. Terrific speed. Zone coverage 73s, man 76. Again, he wouldn't be one of our top cornerbacks, but still young, wants to be here. And it's never bad to add depth that I feel like could step in. Maybe I'm tripping. Same thing for Cater Coho. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Man-to-man is his game as well. 91 speed, 81 man, 71 zone. Great acceleration. I think I'm going to offer Cater Coho. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Let me know in the comments. I think I'm going to offer him. Or maybe we just go Marco Wilson. He's a 75-26 scheme fit. They're both scheme fits. This one's cheaper though. You know what? I'm going with Marco Wilson. I'm gonna give him a 2-year deal. He's not expensive by any means, so I feel like this should be good. We still have 53 million available in cap space. For somebody that has a little power and explosiveness, we could just go Gus Edwards. Cheap 1-year deal. Again, lets him be a little bit more physical. I'm gonna throw him a deal too. Worst case scenario, it's a 1-year deal. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna do that. So now we have, out of all the players we have targeted here, we have Marco Wilson for depth at corner, Matt Stafford for veteran, for mentor to our young quarterback, and Gus Edwards to help us with a little bit of that explosiveness behind the line when we're trying to run it. I think that's the move. I think that's the move. Still have 49 million, so I'm not spending all my money. Everybody has already signed if they're signing, so let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. We did get Kendricks, we did get Wilson, Stafford, and Edwards. So we got all of our players we wanted, besides the safety. We got Joel Bitonio. Old man, 33 years old, smile. We got Tyron Smith, old man. But these are 1-year deals. These are, well, I take it back. These are 2-year deals. I don't think this is going to hamper us. I think this was the move. 2-year deals for Bitonio, 2-year deal for Tyron Smith. I don't think he regresses below an 85. I think this is going to work. Kendricks is going to be a great backup here for us that can help us get XP for our young middle linebackers. Wilson's going to be depth that lets us to try to trade Kaibu Kelly and try to go maybe, find us some more middle round picks. Stafford's going to help us get XP for our young quarterback. Gus Edwards gives us another running back, but a little more behind that. I don't think this was bad. Elijah Moore is still available. Do we really throw money out at Elijah Moore, or do we just draft somebody? Gosh, this is tough. Man, Rashad Bateman is still available. Oh, I'm going to throw money at Rashad, aren't I? 25 years old out of Minnesota. How well did he do last year? 789 yards with 2 touchdowns. 6 touchdowns the year before. 25, 6'1", star dev, good speed. I'm with it. Good catching, good hands, good enough at route running. 86 spectacular catch. I almost feel like we go Rashad Bateman. I almost feel like we do. I wish there was a way that I could draft and see if I could find a wide receiver that I like and want to cultivate enough before I do that. But we're already talking about needing to move up for the cornerback we want. We're already talking about needing to take some young lineman at some point. We're talking about, gosh dang, dude. I'm gonna regret this. I'm not gonna offer a contract to Rashad Bateman. I'm not gonna do it. Even though, God, he sounds like he'd be a perfect fit. His cap hit would be about $7 million a year. That ain't shit. I'm gonna offer him a 2-year deal. Just see if he takes it. If he does, he's on the team. If not, whatever. We've given him the best offer. Am I fucking up here with Rashad Bateman? God, I'm gonna regret this, I think. All right, evaluate. That's all I want. Do it. Signings. Bateman is ours. So we do get a wide receiver too. So it'll be Cooper Kupp, Rashad Bateman, and Puka Nacua as our 1, 2, 3. I feel like that's a good. I don't feel like that's bad. I don't know. Comment section. Let me know what you think about this. Overall, I think I did pretty well in free agency. It might not have been the most flashy, oh my gosh, big thing ever. I think we did okay though. I'm going back to the Vikings. They offered me a really interesting trade for Tyler Huntley, and it made me wonder how much value I could get. They have a green tab by Tyler Huntley. They're hurting for a quarterback after giving me their 1st round pick last year, and then now Kirk Cousins is gone. I'm just curious. I'm so curious. There's no way they would take Tyler Huntley for a 1st round pick, right? That was not as far off as I thought. 2/3 in a second got me weirdly close. It got me weirdly close. Weirdly close. Man, I have a lot of shit cornerbacks that I assume we signed off of a practice squad because I don't remember Tamarcus Davis. I don't remember Isaiah Minor. I don't remember any of these dudes at all. But you want cornerbacks, baby. I got some cornerbacks, dude. Holy shit. Oh my gosh, the Dolphins lost Tua. Hold up. How bad do you want Tyler Huntley? Hold on. You also want a left guard. I got a disposable left guard now in Kevin Dotson. Hold up. How much do you want? Hold on. Okay, the Jets are also interesting. The Jets don't have a quarterback in value. I've never seen green tabs near Tyler Huntley. So I'm almost wondering if I should trade some of this depth at cornerback just for like 6 round picks and maybe throw Kevin Dotson for maybe like a 3rd, package some of that together with Huntley to see if I can get a 2nd, 3rd, and then maybe the defensive end Jermaine Johnson, who has star dev and is 26 years old, who's not starting for them. So interesting. Hold on. The Lions want him. Who is their quarterback that they don't have one? The Lions. Do you have anything fun? I'd suck titties to get Brian Branch. There's no shot, right? There's not a shot in hell that I can get Brian Branch, right? There's no shot. Let a fat boy dream. That's not that fucking far off. Hold on a minute. Don't do it. They would never do that. Okay. So the Packers don't have a quarterback. This is the most insane. How do I get the best draft pick? I am clearly in the greatest market available. If I could get a 2nd and 3rd, I'd scream. That's not far off. Hold on. Okay, the Vikings are basically begging me to fleece them. 2/3 and a 2nd for Tyler Huntley, I'd scream. And that's in the green. That's not far off. The problem is I can't really add any players to this that I would be planning to move because they have no cap room. So what I need to do is move like somebody else that I wanted to move into draft capital that I can then add to this to gain these picks. 2/3 and a 2nd for Tyler Huntley. I mean, listen, Vikings, if you want me to rob you, I'll rob you again. But this is the best interest I've seen. I've gotten less interest from every other team that has a green tick by Tyler Huntley for a second, third, and fourth, let alone a second and 2/3. Okay, Caillou Blue-Kelly's been moved for what I got the best value out of was a third. I think honestly that's fine, especially as I'm planning on trying to get a cornerback. Don't know how we're gonna get that happening yet, but if it doesn't work out this way, then I've made a mistake trading Kelly, because he ended up having a solid season, but he was our weakest cornerback. But I want to upgrade still. Walk with me, talk with me. I got a third. Okay, so I finally was able to make a trade happen. Kevin Dotson is gone. Okay, he went down to normal dev. He was not going to be starting for us, and I felt he was expendable. We can always sign again a mid 75 something that we could throw in for depth. Dotson and a 7th round pick in 2027 for a 3rd round, 4th round, and 6th round pick to our favorite trade partners, apparently, the Ravens. And so with that trade, we end up now having a 1st, a 2nd from San Francisco, a 3rd from Baltimore, a 3rd from Seattle, a 4th from Baltimore, a 6th from Denver, a 6th that's ours, a 6th from Baltimore, and a 7th from Detroit. So we are acquiring more draft picks. We were getting more middle stuff, but also I think we're also getting some stuff that we can toss in the back end with Tyler Huntley to also get more picks at the beginning of this draft. I feel like we're working this rather well. I think our roster structure is doing fine. And I don't really feel like I've compromised the integrity of our lineup. We got better on our offensive line. Smith and Bitonio, yes, they're old, but they're 1-year stopgaps that are going to be fine. We still have a young center, a young right guard, a young right tackle. We still have young pieces. We have Pope, obviously. We've added to our wide receiver core with Rashad Bateman. Derek Wiggins still looks good. We still have an expendable Huntley. And on defense, I don't really feel like I lost a lot. We have Kobe Durant and Benjamin St-Juste, sure. We also have the new signing and Mr. Wilson here, who's going to be replacing Caillou Blue-Kelly. Unfortunately, I hear you, but listen, I think this was the move to do. Now we have more draft picks, stuff like that. We could also try to move up in the draft to try to get the cornerback we like, which would be a dream scenario. And we also have other draft picks to where I feel like we can supplement this team pretty well. Because keep in mind, we could still get stuff for Huntley. Huntley has a suitor. Huntley has like 6 different suitors out there that actually want him. I know. Who is this? We've kept all of our young starters. I feel like we're doing rather well. I don't hate the moves I'm doing. And there's still some guards that I could sign for depth because injuries do happen. I do want to make sure I have depth, but I feel like I can sign some guards here for not really expensive on 1-year deals that could potentially fill the gap that now Dotson has left to where we'd still be fine. Okay, I've traded Tyler Huntley and I'm going to give up a lot of stuff, but not good stuff. Okay, hear me out. Walk with me, talk with me. This is the most insane trade I think. The Vikings like to get fucked by me. I think I fucked them. I'm getting a 2nd round pick this year, a 3rd round pick this year, a 4th round pick this year, and a 5th round pick this year. I am giving them 3 6th round picks this year. So I've moved up, okay? I'm giving them a 6th round next year and a 7th round this year with Tyler Huntley. They were one of the teams that had a green tick by Tyler Huntley. The Vikings said, screw it, they want him. I'm taking all the middle of their draft. Having a 2nd round pick and a 3rd round pick and a 4th also gives me a little bit of flexibility. I don't need, how much value was it going to find in the 6th round? I would have used the 6th round pick to try to move up. This is what we did. I honestly think I made a killing on Tyler Huntley. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. You guys might absolutely disagree with me. But did I give up quantity of players? Yeah. But again, how much value am I finding in the 6th round versus how much value can I find in the 2nd round pick? I mean, hell, look at Jermaine Hatcher. That was a 2nd round pick. Remember that guy? And that was just us taking advantage of a market that existed, believe it or not. So a lot of teams were without a quarterback for some reason, right? I mean, Cousins is retired. Take Tyler Huntley. I don't know, man. If I was a Vikings fan, I'd be upset, but whatever. 1st round pick for us, 2nd round pick from San Francisco, 2nd round pick from Minnesota, 3rd round us, 3rd round Baltimore, 3rd round Seattle, 4th round Baltimore, 4th round Minnesota, 5th round Minnesota. I feel like we've done pretty well. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and sim to the next stage of free agency because we've already done all of the stuff. We have 43 million in cap space available. Might want to grab just a little bit of depth since I did move some pieces, but I'm not going to go crazy. I also want to start seeing more about these prospects to see if I do need to jump up and go get that cornerback I really want. Mock draft 4, I assume, is going to be telling me probably about the same stuff. It's gonna be telling me that my boy Kyle Ford is going 9th. So I need to somehow get the 8th pick. I want Kyle Ford so bad. How do I do this? Why am I in love with him? He has C catching, C press. But I love him. I need it. Gosh, he did nice. He did nice at the college pro day. God, I want him so bad. Honestly, Laken Tomlinson at a 1-year deal when we have money to spend doesn't seem like the worst idea. That would be a solid backup. It'd almost be like we moved laterally with Dotson. Of course, again, this guy is going to be older. He's 33, but he's a mentor. Not that I have anybody that he can mentor right now, but at the same time, it gives me depth in case someone gets hurt. Shoot, we could also make him a right guard if you want to be honest and let him mentor Steve Avila. I'm going to throw the bag at him. And by bag, I'm going to throw 4.1 million cap space. Gives me a backup offensive lineman that I wouldn't be like, oh my God, I'm going to die if I had to play. And it's a 1-year deal. I don't know if I'm going to get him, but it's just a thought. All right, the Packers are stupid. They really like Max Reynolds. You remember when I drafted him in like the 6th or 7th round? The 24-year-old who has 88 throw power, middling accuracy, and he's got a little bit of wheels on him. He's just very undeveloped. I was looking because I already have 3 running backs that I'd be playing over Zach Evans. So I was like, if I can move Zach Evans for anything, and Max Reynolds is QB4, and the Green Bay Packers are, I just wanted to see what would happen because I noticed there's a yellow tick here, and I was like, hello. And a 3rd round pick is dummy thick close. I don't even know if I want to take it because I feel like I'm robbing. Oh my God, the Broncos. Okay. The Broncos want him. What? You know what's a curious thing? They want him, right? Well, I have something that I want from you, Broncos. I want your 1st round pick. And I'm not saying that that would be a trade that happens, but what about moving up from 13 to 9? The Broncos don't take the player I want, and they get their quarterback. I'm only moving up 4 spots, and they get Reynolds. I'm just curious. I'm gonna throw some extra bullshit on here just to see how far off this is. But to move from 13 to 9 would be big for me. That's weirdly close. That's so stupidly close. The easiest move up I've ever done in my life. I move up exactly where I need to be in the 1st round by giving up a core. I don't know what the hell they like in Reynolds. He's not hidden dev. I honestly thought Evans was going to be the piece that really moved me to like a 4th round pick. We move up 4 spots in the 1st round pick from 13 to 9. And we gain a 4th round pick that I would be willing to bet you some sweet titty milk I could just get me Reynolds 2.0 at the 4th round pick. The Bronco. Listen, we're going to say that we were taking advantage of a seller's market because they needed a quarterback or so. I have no idea. I can't believe when I saw a yellow tick on him, I was like, hold on a minute. I'm down with that trade. Let's ride. And I was able to move some of the cornerbacks that I'm gonna be honest with you, they're never gonna see the field for me. I just had too many on the roster. I mean, way too many for a 5th round pick from the Eagles next year. They wanted some cornerbacks. I said, screw it. Okay. I'll be honest. If I sign that mid 70 offensive lineman as depth here, I'm gonna be pretty stoked. McClendon, Bruss, Brewer would all be depth. The other guy we'd be signing would be depth. I mean, we added Bateman. I don't know. I feel like I feel almost dirty. At cornerback, we have Durant, St. Juste, Wilson, who honestly is not old in himself. He honestly reminds me of where we were at with Caillou Blue Kelly, where we could try to develop him to star dev. Hodges Tomlinson's right behind him. I'm going to get my cornerback, it would appear. It would appear that now that we've moved up, we can get Kyle Ford. Watch him be normal dev. I will be literally heartbroken. Oh, by the way, I meant to show you this. Evan McClain, our rookie kicker last year, that, by the way, I feel like he didn't miss shit. For some reason, he went from star dev to normal dev. Why? Screw yourself. I don't know. Now, I have definitely trimmed some of the fat off this team. I'm not saying, I mean, like, I don't think I necessarily got a shit ton of draft. I mean, I got a quantity, but you know, shit, the Huntley trade and then moving up in the first is huge. I wouldn't mind trying to now maybe find us just a depth piece at defensive tackle, preferably a veteran that has the mentor tag on it. That would be phenomenal for Hatcher. Mentor right there would be 70 overall Jordan Phillips. I'm down to pay for a mentor. We've done it in a couple positions already. Honestly, 68 overall, and he wants to be here more anyway. Shit, Daquan Jones might be our guy. Nah, screw it. Take the 70. You never know. If he gets hurt, this works. I'm going to throw him about $4 million. It's a 1-year deal. I'm not upset about it. Give me more XP for Jermaine Hatcher. I'm with that. And at corner, I'm going to go ahead and try to grab Levi Wallace. I know we were talking about getting a corner. If this is the depth piece that I have, so be it. Again, he wants to be here. 30 years old, 75 overall. If injuries happen, he can step in. Or maybe the draft pick I go for is a bust. You never know, but I don't think this is a terrible spending of money. I'm going to offer that as well, since I've gotten rid of a lot of the practice squad kind of ass dudes that I don't really give a shit about. I don't know, man. I like the way we look. I'm kind of shocked how this offseason's gone so far. I like a lot of the moves we've done. And again, you might be sitting at home going, I cannot believe this. I'm going to die. By the way, Tua went to the Commanders for those that care. And Jared Goff is your new quarterback in Tennessee. I like how, by the way, Davis Mills has QB of the future tag. Is he? Is he though? Is he? Is he? Anyway, Party wants to get Hendon Hooker just so I have a hooker on the damn roster. Wouldn't that be fantastic? I don't know. I need to stop looking at this. I think we've gotten better as a team. We have 29 million in cap room. We have all of our rookie reserve as well. Let's see if the dudes we've targeted Laken Tomlinson to be a depth piece at offensive line in case somebody gets hurt. Also, he has the mentor tag. Fun. Wallace, depth at cornerback, and then defensive tackle mentor Jordan Phillips. I think this could be good. Let's see. All right, so they've either all signed or they told me to go eat shit. There's Wallace. There's Phillips. Who's the other one that didn't sign with me? We did not get the offensive lineman. Oh, what the hell? We didn't get him. Tomlinson went to the Steelers. I guess they said you could start. Ain't that a bitch? Okay. Andrus Pete, depth, mentor. Come on, be my friend. You guys are also gonna laugh at me because I was just talking about how I have too many cornerbacks. I'm gonna go after Ronald Darby for the mentor tag, especially if I'm gonna draft a first-round pick. That's going to be a cornerback that's young. I want the mentor tag there too. I'm going heavy on mentor. I think that's gonna be decent for depth. Who knows if it works? Let's see. We have Darby, and then I had also targeted the offensive lineman. I already forgot his name, though. Andrus Pete. See what's up. Give me that evaluation. All right, so they are done. Darby and Pete, both. We've gotten our depth mentors. That's good. That's good. I like that. I think we upgrade at depth. I think we get mentors. I think that's good. We have a good mix of veterans that are ready to take some of these young guys we're about to draft to the next level. I'm going to go ahead and advance to stage 3. I'm going to go ahead and knock that out. Should be where I can do some focus stuff, right? No, maybe that's next week. I have no idea. Maybe. Sign free agents. We've done all that. Scout our college players. We've done that. Nothing really for us to do here. Alrighty, here's your free agency recap. I feel like we did pretty well. We got 2 of the best players. Admittedly, they're old, but we got 2 of the best players available in the class, which for your free agency, which was help on our offensive line, which is what we needed. I think we did pretty well. We added a 25-year-old wide receiver as well. I think we did good. We got veteran pieces that are ready to mentor some of the young guys we got. I don't know. I think we did pretty good. The only thing that I don't like seeing is like quite a few of these players went to the Cardinals, which means they're going to be tougher for us moving forward. We got to be ready to play them, but we're going to be tougher too. All right, so the mock draft 5, now that we've moved up in the first round, should show nobody taking our boy. So the Jets are definitely going after Nathan Redmond. Isaac Stevenson's going to be the first guy off the board. Lloyd McClain is going to be the left tackle off. Will Wells, yep, that's fine. Where are we? They think we're going right guard, and the Cardinals will be taking Kyle Ford. That is not going to happen in our world. I want Kyle Ford a lot. I think he's going to be good, man. His coverages, his size, his athleticism. I'm going to tell you, man, when I draft this dude and he's got normal dev, I might cry fat boy tears. I might. The Vikings, now they have Tyler Huntley. They're going to go after Larry Hobbs for those that are curious with their first round pick. He does look solid. Great speed, change of directions, elite. Decent agility. I don't know if I'm in love with all that action. I don't know. The Vikings are a weird team in this franchise. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I agree with a lot of their moves. I don't know. This is what it's gonna be. Kyle Ford's gonna be our first round pick, barring something crazy. I want to also try to scout a little bit more. So we're gonna come back up here and we're gonna go to private workouts. I want to know all about Kyle Ford. I'm putting it all in there. I'm praying to God I'm not wrong here, because this is going to be bad if I am. I've kind of completely prepared around this. All right, we're going to scout some of the middle round guys and our cornerback that we want. The guys that I'm going to lock it in here, we're going to do cornerback Kyle Ford. I am going to look at the tight end. I know you guys are going to think I'm crazy. I got a good feeling, and he's low enough in where he's projected to go that I think he might be very nice behind Pope. And then outside linebacker Doug Bynes, also a middle round kind of guy, but looks disgusting with good coverages. We're going to scout those three dudes. That's going to be where we lock it in. I feel like I'm making a mistake by not maybe going lineman here. I'm very worried that I'm going to screw this up. Alrighty, to the draft. To the draft we go. I'm scared. I'm terrified. Start drafting. I don't feel like I've had a bad draft in any franchise I've done, but I feel like I'm still very close to screwing this up. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like overall I've done really good at scouting. I feel like we have a really nice team ahead of us. I really hope I don't start screwing it up now. Anyway, we're going to skip to the next pick, see who the Texans take with the first overall pick. And it is going to be Isaac Stevenson, as we expected, the right outside linebacker out of Oklahoma. The Jets are expected to take the quarterback, if I remember correctly, and they do. Nathan Redmond from Boise State is going to be the second round pick. The Giants take Lloyd McClain, the left tackle out of Utah. He did look very good. I still think there were better offensive linemen out there, though, but maybe I'm tripping. The Lions take Will Wells, right tackle out of South Carolina. So some of the linemen are falling off. Darnell Wilkins, outside linebacker from South Carolina, goes to the Saints. Gosh, I'm getting worried, man. We're coming up. Jacksonville takes Andrew Callaway, right tackle out of South Carolina. And then the Bucks take Derek Sheffield. No, I'm sorry. The Panthers take Derek Sheffield. I'm an idiot. The Bucks are going to take, they're going to take Moses Blackburn. Okay, so the guy that we've been liking is on the clock, ready to be taken. And it's Kyle Ford, who, by the way, is a top 5 talent in the class with our scouting. I'm starting to get excited. B-zone, A-man. C-catching, big frame of 6'4", 195, 21 years old out of North Carolina State. Elite speed, elite acceleration, great jumping, great change of direction, great strength. His combine, his college pro day. They're all great. Kyle Ford, be my hero. I'm going to shit my pants. Kyle Ford, welcome to the Rams. Hidden depth, baby. 95 speed, 90 jumping, 94 change of direction, 87 agility, 95 acceleration. Oh my God. He is fast as shit. What a pick. I don't feel bad giving up Caillou Blue Kelly now. I think our cornerbacks are going to be nice. I like it. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on my first round pick down below in the comments. As always, comments help the algorithm. So I'm down to know your thoughts. The Cardinals right behind us are going to take Dwight Redmond, a guard out of Miami. And then the Dolphins take Nigel Harbor out of Clemson. The Packers take Floyd Madden. And here's the Broncos, who traded down, by the way, to get a quarterback that I don't really honestly believe in, but they did, whatever. Who'd they take? They wanted a cornerback bad because they go after Braxton Hall, which was the consolation prize if you didn't get Kyle, what's his face? The dude I just drafted. Tennessee's going to take Clay Murphy, another cornerback off the board. And Washington takes a defensive end and Eric Clifford. I just didn't know if I like Clifford enough to grab him in the first round. Xavier Walton will go to the Texans in their second first-round pick. The Ravens take Jeremy Hartley, offensive lineman coming off. Aaron Williamson, another offensive lineman, goes to the Raiders. Bengals on the clock. They take Nathan Mitchell, the Texas A&M wide receiver. He is gone. The Falcons. Nope, I'm sorry. The Bears take left tackle Byron Bolden. And the Falcons take Danny Peel. The cornerbacks, there's all the cornerbacks that looked interesting. Gone before pick 23. Jamie Graham, defensive end out of Miami, is going to the Chargers. 49ers take Devin Joseph, defensive tackle out of Oklahoma. The Colts take Frank Blakely, Blakely. I don't know how to say that. Anyway, I don't know how to read. And then there's the running back out of UCLA for the Vikings. Such an odd team. Is that mean? I'm gonna go ahead and skip to our next pick after I what'd I just do? Because we don't pick till the 23rd pick in the in round 2, right? Am I reading that right? Yes. So we're gonna go ahead and skip to our pick because I don't think at this point you guys necessarily care. We're gonna review the draft class anyway. All right, so we are picking at 23 in the round 2. Who do we take? Gosh. Okay, so there are still guys that I liked. Okay, but Tyquan Carey, if I remember correctly, we wanted to take him off our board. A catch in traffic, C release. He is 6'6", but his marginal speed makes him just not appealing. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, he doesn't route run. He's just big. Part of me says I need to try to grab any kind of value at the offensive line position. Just take a stab in the dark. The only round to 2 to 3 projection that is left is a right guard named Lucas Gibson out of North Carolina. Now, he's not fully scouted for us. This would be a bit of a reach, of a risk, if you will. Back into the second round, A, impact blocking, C, awareness, though tells me the overall is going to be pretty low. But great strength, great agility. Great acceleration, elite agility, great change of direction. Speed is solid. He was the strongest guard in the college pro day. 38 reps on bench. First in a lot, 20-yard shuttle, three. I'm going to be honest. I might mess around. I'm going to take a flyer here. Worst case scenario, we add more offensive line depth and it's someone young. Keep in mind, if he ends up being solid, we can move him to left guard eventually as some of our other guys get older. But I think Lucas Gibson is the pick. A lot of the other guys I have on the board, I could get at 3. I could also trade down, but I think I want to take the stab in the dark. I think we're gonna take Lucas Gibson here. All the other guys that I like, I think would be very big reaches for us at this point. So we're gonna do it. Hidden dev, 90 strength. Wow. Okay. 57 change direction. All right. I guess that was all right. Interesting piece here. A impact block, A lead block is interesting. I don't know. I'm not very mad at this. Very interested to see what happens here. But Lucas Gibson, the right guard, 21 years old out of North Carolina, is on the team. Hidden dev. Manuel Pagan out of Rutgers is going to be the Colts selection, and then we're right back in here. Okay, I found somebody interesting. 6'6" out of Iowa. I'm going to be honest with you. His abilities did not look good. Catching traffic F, catching is C to F, deep route D, release bad. He's big though. But elite acceleration, elite agility, elite change of direction, great speed. And he's 6'6". He's ass at running routes, but God, he's athletically interesting. Excels at creating yards after the catch, avoids big hits after catches, no issues climbing the ladder, make catches. I would hope not. He's 6'6". Fights for every single inch. Exceptional body control. I almost wonder if Sidney Henry is worth a shot. Athletically, he's appealing. There's another 6'6" guy out of Louisville. A catch in traffic. Marginal speed. His athletics don't really excite me. It's almost like I wish I could just fuse these two dudes. Because like one of them has the abilities, one of them has the athletics. I almost want to take Sidney Henry. We still have 3rd round picks. I can go after guys I want. This might be my first miss. Sidney Henry, 6'6" out of Iowa, 203 pounds, 21 years old. I'm just seeing elite agility, acceleration, change of direction with great speed. I'm going, this motherfucker's fast. He can't run a route for shit. I'm gonna take him. Normal dev, but he's fast. 98 agility, 95 acceleration, 95 change of direction, 93 speed. This almost feels like when I took Pope. Athletically, everything you like is there. I don't think this is my worst. I think he's gonna be okay. I wasn't looking for him to be the automatic starter right now or anything like that. He'll be an interesting piece though, I think. And he might be somebody we work on to try to, I don't know. I don't hate him. We'll be interested to see what he is though. All right, we're picking in the 3rd round now. Make a selection. We have another 3rd round pick after this, so keep that in mind. I think this is where I'm going to piss everyone off in the comment section if I haven't already done that. I think I'm going to take a tight end. I think I'm going to take 6'6" Brandon Hewitt, the 21-year-old out of Wisconsin, to play behind Pope. He's got elite strength, great speed, good jumping, good change of direction, good agility, solid acceleration. He's an interesting tight end piece. Again, I'm not looking for him to be the starter, but in these multi-tight end, plays we start calling, which we've done quite a bit, I need another guy besides just Pope. I'm going to do it. A, awareness, A, catching traffic, B, break tackle, B, catching, B, medium route, great at running routes, B, stiff arm. I think run block is A to B too. I'm going to be honest. I'm in. Brandon Hewitt. I'm taking him. I'm taking him to the 3rd round. Normal dev, I'm fine with that. Athletically, I like what I see. 83 speed, I would have hoped to be a little bit better. He does look fucking goofy as shit. I don't know why. That doesn't even look like his photo over there. He looks like an actor, and I can't think of who the hell it is, but we've grabbed him. I'm not mad at that pick. I know a lot of you guys will be like, oh my God, Dimmu, there's 2 non-hidden dev guys. You're slipping. I don't think I am. Our next pick comes at the 17th pick of the 3rd round. This is where I think we're going to try to go off some of these athletic guys we found that were mid-round guys. I think I like Doug Bynes. Round 3 to 4 projection for outside linebacker. A, awareness, B, man, B, play rec, B, tackle, A, zone. He's going to be a pass coverage linebacker, so he's not going to be, his block shed finesse move, not great. The only physical that scares me is marginal strength. Good speed, good jumping, elite change of direction, elite acceleration, great agility. I think this is the guy we're going to take a look at. Let's do it. Hidden dev on him. That's nice. 91 acceleration, 86 agility, 81 change of direction, 82 speed. Outside linebacker out of USC. 21 years old. Doug Bynes. Welcome to the team, buddy. Let's go. Our next pick is going to be also in the 3rd round. It's going to be here at the 31st pick of the end of the 3rd round. So let's do... I almost think I might want to trade this pick. Why hasn't anyone taken James Beekman? 6'4" corner, man-to-man specialist, B's across all the key ratings. Great speed, good jumping, good change of direction, solid agility, decent strength. Somebody must have scouted him and they know he's not a round 1 to 2 guy. There's another one that's kind of interesting. Cecil Allen. 6'3" out of Wisconsin, A catching, B man, C press, B zone. Good speed, elite agility, solid acceleration, good change of direction. Jumping's kind of good. I don't want to load up on cornerbacks, but they kind of, some of them are like the most appealing options. The corner. I take too many corners. I feel like we just traded corners because we had too many. But Cecil Allen looks like the most interesting athlete with the best skill set I can find here in the 3rd round. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take Cecil Allen. See how he is. Normal dev, but he's very fast. Again, this will be a decent depth guy. Is this considered a miss? Possibly. But zone B, man's B, catching A, hit power B, awareness is A to B. I don't know if this is the worst pick I could have done. Athletically, he still looks there. I don't know. I don't think I like anything I see in this round. If I can trade this away, I could get a 3rd next year. Trade out of the 4th and go to the 3rd next year, or I could go to the 3rd next year and get a 7th. Who do you think's gonna be better, the Bears or the Bills? I feel like the Bills will probably be better. The Vikings, though, if I know anything about the Vikings, they're gonna suck, and I can go to the 3rd, and that might be a high 3rd. I don't know, man. The Vikings do like to let me holler at them. Man. I'm gonna make a trade with the Vikings and hope that they're bad. I'm gonna hope they're bad. I didn't really like the way they drafted. Get a 3rd next year. I'm fine with that. I'm accepting the Minnesota Vikings offer. We'll have a 3rd next year. It's crazy because I usually have a lot more like of these lower stashed guys that I find, and I did have some. I 100% had some. The only thing that super duper sucks is either they didn't really like their athletic stuff. Like this guy right here, round 2 to 3, Caleb Taylor. I just am not excited. Decent speed is such a turnoff. Or some of the gyms that I found are gone. I mean, Taekwon Carey's still there. But I mean, when you look at this dude, you're like, oh, okay, catching traffic A. Okay, potentially B catching and B deep route. Marginal speed. How does that work? He runs a 4.5. Am I crazy thinking marginal's like 85 speed? I don't want that. I think I might try to trade out of this as well, see if I can get somebody's third next year. What is up with the Vikings just wanting to give me like their entire homes? It's weird, right? I don't know. Maybe. All right, so we're trading our 4th round pick and a 5th round pick to move up to the 3rd round next year for the Bills. And we're going to get a 6th round for this year, so I can still grab some kind of garbage gym maybe and find him in the 6th round and believe in ourselves, like a fullback that maybe knows how to block. I don't know. Call me crazy. I still have shockingly one more 4th round pick that I just don't know if I care about. All right, you guys are gonna laugh at me here, but I found somebody that's kind of interesting, at least athletically. Keep in mind we let go of a lot of our backup tight ends, and I'm not trying to have fucking McClendon go out there and try to catch a football again. I think this might be the move. At least elite strength, great speed as a 3rd tight end is not the worst idea. Morgan Sermon. I think you're my guy. I mean, when I tell you internet, there's nothing I care about here. There's nothing. So I think this is shit. I don't know, man. Usually I'm able to find some gyms and I'm like, okay, these will be the later round guys. Not this time. And if I have, they're drafted. So Morgan, come on down from Wisconsin. 6'5", 23 years old. B catching. Says vertical threat, but I don't know. His strength makes me feel like that bitch might know how to block, but he has D run block. He can't run a route. This is probably a bad pick. What am I going to get for it at this point, though? We're going to try it. I'm going to do 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 it. Morgan, come on. If this dude has hidden dev, I'll shit blood. Normal dev. That's what I thought. But 84 speed, 87 acceleration, 77 strength. He should be interesting. I don't know. Worst case scenario, we never see him on the field. Our next pick will come in the 6th round. Again, there's just not a lot there. I know you guys are going to clown on me for taking 2 tight ends when I already have Pope. But you got to keep in mind, man, we let go of Kylan Granson. We let go of Hunter, or Davis, or whatever the shit his name was. I just don't care about those dudes. So if I can just throw cheap young options that you never know, they might pop and develop, do something. I don't know. Then I'm gonna take the opportunity to do it. Okay, there is a fullback, believe it or not, and I know you guys are gonna judge me here too, but pass block A, lead block B. I don't know. He's a blocking fullback out of LA Tech. Great strength. He's worth it. I mean, at least we could have a real fullback. A pass block, A impact block is all I needed to see. The 6th round pick, the 32nd pick in the 6th round, Nick Tyson of LA Tech. I don't expect him to be shit, but he's a real fullback. Normal dev, that's totally fine. Totally fine with that. At least it gives us a fullback instead of having to throw one of our tight ends out there. Who knows? Maybe this guy will actually block. And that is our last pick. Thank God. I'll tell you, I had some gyms hidden that I was like ready to take in that 4th round and 3rd round, stuff like that. And they all just went way earlier than I thought, but that's fine. I really honestly don't feel like I did that bad. Draft recap. Kyle Ford is an 80 overall out of the gate. Oh my God. Incredible. Incredible. The right guard, Lucas Gibson, we took a flyer on. He's a 72. Not going to be anything worth a piss, but it's depth at the offensive line. Wide receiver, Sidney Henry is a 72 overall. Very fast. The tight end that I took, Brandon Hewitt, is a 71. He'll be fine behind Pope. Outside linebacker Doug Bynes, 71. Did he have hidden dev? He did. So we like that. 71 hidden dev we'll take. Cecil Allen, normal dev, but he's a 74. 91 speed, 77 man, 77 zone. I don't know. I think this guy's solid enough to throw as depth. I'm kind of fine with it. Sermon, not a good tight end, 65 overall, but again, you probably won't see him. 67 overall for the fullback we took. But here's the thing. We got a young offensive lineman that can be depth. Somebody gets hurt, we got a 72 in there. It's better than us before where we've had 65s. Kyle Ford looks like a fucking freak. And what did we get for him? We gave up our first round pick. We got a 4th round pick that we turned to a 3rd round pick. And we gave up a quarterback that should have never even seen the earth. I think Kyle Ford's going to be disgusting. Potentially, he could be one of the best in the class, to be fair, too. 95 speed, 81 man, 76 zone, 77 play rec, 97 acceleration, 87 agility. He's nasty. Great jumping, 76 awareness. He's gonna be gross over time. Now for the piece of resistance, let's go look at the entire class. So Kyle Ford was the best player in this class. Only 180 overall, and it was him. Will Wells, the right tackle, he was a 77. Wide receiver Larry Lowry went in the 2nd round. We didn't quite like Lowry, did we? Weren't we iffy on him? He is hidden dev. 92 speed. Wow, he would have been actually kind of interesting. Decent enough routes, 80 short route, 80 medium, 75 deep. He's kind of nasty. Larry Lowry, I'm a little bit upset on, but that's fine. He talks about Braxton Hall being a consolation prize. Normal dev is ouchie. 77 overall though. Ooh, the Broncos, what have you done? Step bro, what are you doing? Interesting. All right, so the running back the Vikings got is hidden dev. He's going to be an elusive back, and he has 94 speed, so he is pretty gross. 90 acceleration, 86 agility, 82 carrying. So he's definitely not bad, and hidden dev. That's kind of exciting. But we got to know what he is now. We got to know, did the Vikings screw up? Superstar X Factor. They definitely didn't, all right. They definitely didn't screw up. I will say Nathan Redmond, the quarterback, ended up being actually filthy disgusting. I almost prefer him. He's hidden dev. Almost prefer him to Derek Wiggins. 90 short accuracy, 80 medium, 79 deep, 91 throw power. So he's like, what, 5 throw power less than Derek Wiggins, but his accuracies are actually phenomenal. 88 throw on the run, 81 play action, 85 under pressure. Damn, this quarterback ended up actually being gross. We got to see now, because we're not going to ever go acquire this guy. We have our quarterback. I got to know. Is he nasty? Is he going to be star? No idea. He's going to be star dev. I'm fine with ours. I mean, did I draft people that you guys are going to be like, oh my gosh, insane? No, but I got the best player in the class, and he's going to be insane. I got the best player in the class, and I didn't have to break my leg to do it. I'm kind of okay with that. We got some good depth pieces that we needed. Gosh. The only one that I can really be upset and bummed on that I wish we had maybe jumped on was this wide receiver, Larry Lowry out of Auburn. I think he would have been kind of fun. 6'1", and he ended up being very nice. He would have been a nice piece to grab. It's fine though. We signed a young wide receiver. Last one I'm going to take a look at here is his dev trait, so you guys can see. I feel like I verbatim remember going, yeah, I don't like this guy. He's superstar. So he's going to be very gross. The Jets got a good one there. So the Jets not only got a disgusting quarterback, although it's star dev, but I think he's good. 83 speed. He's not a tree trunk. His accuracies are great. 91 throw power isn't anything to sneeze at. But they also get that wide receiver. Crazy. Or was that the Jets that got him, or was that the... Yeah, it was. So the Jets got a wide receiver and quarterback pairing. They're going to be gross. I'm happy with I'm stoked. I'm not going to look at his dev trait because I don't like to spoil our guys. But Kyle Ford is going to be a gross, disgusting cornerback for us, I think. Going to be pretty great. So, day one starter for him. Good. And so preseason is here. Which, if you guys know, we're going to speed through that. You know what I mean? I'll probably play some moments for the preseason games. That way we can at least try to trigger the, hey, this guy might be getting a dev trait boost or whatever. We're going to do mini camp as well, so we can get some dev trait upgrades, all that stuff, all that fun stuff. And we'll do week 1 in the next video. So if you like these videos, do me the biggest favor, leave a thumbs up on them. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know the thoughts on the draft. Did I miss out on anybody that you're like, oh my gosh, Dimmu, you needed this? Do you like the moves I made? Do you hate them? Let me know in the comments down below. I appreciate you and love you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.